They say a ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. But a ship that never rests eventually sinks where it sails.
I'm steering and spreading through the pouring rain. Every port I pass is a win in the game. But the cabin below is a gift in sight, where the lighthouse inside has lost its light. Check the gauges, screaming, but I just ignore. Looking for the skyline, just one harbor more. The bridge is a prison, the wheel is my chain. I'm captain and captive on my own campaign. The buoy keeps on ringing, but I'm too far gone. I can't tell the difference between dusk and dawn. I'm not sailing, I'm sinking in motion, drowning myself in this endless ocean. The abyss is calling, just close your eyes. But I'm too proud to believe in the lies. This is its strength, it's fear in disguise. I'm driven to the edge where the vessel dies. Run a fuel you don't have, the call you committed, but your nervous system knows that you should have quit it. Every single task is a lifeline of sharks. Water fills the hole in the dark. Keep on moving, they say it's how you survive. Emotion is in progress when you're barely alive. I mixed up ambition with the anxiety call. Now I don't know if I'm climbing or starting to fall. The harbor's behind me, the lighthouse ahead, but I'm sailing on fumes and the promise is bled. I'm not sailing, I'm sinking in motion, drowning myself in this endless ocean. The abyss is calling, just close your eyes. But I'm too proud to believe in the lies. This is its strength, it's fear in disguise. I'm driven to the edge where the vessel dies. Whoa. What if stopping isn't losing the fight? Woo. Rest is just finding the light. What if the courage I'm missing the most is knowing exactly when to give up the ghost? The fader can die, the captain can rest. The harbor's not failure, it's passing the test. Was something that matters. The abyss doesn't know me, I'm taking the crown. The heart was not a weakness, it's calming me down. This is the strength, dropping metals in the sea. I'm not driven, I'm learning to finally be me.
The lighthouse still burns. The cabin grows warm. The bravest thing to do is rest after the storm.
Running the numbers on what I possess. Every atom inside me is screaming SOS. Thought that my speed was the ultimate proof, but inertia caught up, it showed me the truth. Burning so hot that the heat couldn't last. My electricity fading so fast. The grid is going dark, I'm losing the spark. Can't generate work when you're lost in the dark. There's a science to the breaking. Magnetism pulls me down, but even physics has equations for the loss that must be found. I'm changing the end, thought we shifting the line. This isn't surrender, it's my new design. The system's depleted, down to the core. Taking a breath isn't losing more. Turning my deficit into a gain. Harness the power, breaking the chain. I'm stepping back to get back on my feet. Rebuilding the particles, bringing the heat. I used to think nothing stopping, man, I lost the game. But moving for nothing is feeding the flame. My nervous system is trapped in the loop. Anxiety wearing a suit like the truth. Every single particle's deep in the dead, chasing the ghost that I never will get. The heat that I felt was combusting so blind. You can't do the work if you're leaving your mind. There's intelligence in yielding. Magnetism brings me home. Electricity needs grounding, or it burns out on its own. I'm changing the if, I'll be shifting the line. This isn't surrender, it's my new design. The system's depleted down to the core. Taking a breath isn't losing more. Turning my deficit into a gate. Harness the power, breaking the chain. I'm stepping back to get back on my feet. Rebuilding the particles, bringing the heat. I see the code now, the glitch in the screen. Mistook the exhaustion for what I could mean. With speed without aiming, this chaos disguised. That inertia is keeping my body alive. The atoms are squeaking the language I fought. The heat was awarded for battles I fought. I'm changing the NLPR in the sign. That rest isn't failure, is brilliant design. The system is learning to balance the score. This is the genius that I'm fighting for. I'm done treating empty like something to beat. The atoms know zero is where we compete. This isn't a weakness, it's wisdom transformed. Rebuilding from empty so powers be born. The work will wait for the fuel. The speed will wait for the charge. Entropy reverse through the power of the pause. I'm becoming what I always
Paradise without the sun.
Hey! DNA unravels, coming undone.
Symbiosis starts to break.
Cell by cell, how much can you take? Tissue screaming through the sound. Blood is spilling on the ground. Every signal that you missed, every warning you dismissed. Muscle memory of the fight, organism losing sight. Built a fortress in your mind, left your body far behind. Running marathons on fumes, trading daylight for the tombs. Caffeine coursing through your veins, masking what your body claims.
Fluoridize without the sun.
DNA unravels, coming undone.
Symbiosis starts to break.
Cell by cell, how much can you take? Movement ain't progress, we're running from truth. Anxiety driving and stealing your youth. Every organ is failing you, just override. Burning the vault with nothing inside. Nervous system surviving, you call it a win. Self-destruction disguised as the discipline. Body keeps score even when you run fast. Deficit spending is never gonna last.
The loudest voice is silence in the dark. When the system loses all its spark, forced to rest leaves a heavy mark.
You called it weakness when it begged you to chill.
You called it lazy.
You called it lazy when you swallowed the pill. But the body doesn't lie, it won't negotiate the trend. It just stops when you pretend.
Fluoridize without the sun.
DNA unravels, coming undone.
Symbiosis starts to break.
Cell by cell, how much can you take?
Fluoridize without the sun.
The race you're running just can't be won.
DNA unravels.
Coming undone. When fuel is gone, the organism's gone.
Cell by cell, tissue to organ. Blood runs, empty muscle, memory broken.
a collapse in a tailored sum. Chasing the metrics, losing the root. You mistake the depletion for dedication's fruit. Call it the hustle when cortisol's absolute. Red giant burner, swelling to die. Trading some all just to touch the sky. The nebula scatters, the starlight is dry. You're falling apart while you learn to justify. Every crash is a lesson you learn. Every bridge is a trophy you burn. But strength isn't how much you can take. It's knowing the limit before you break. Break the addiction to feeling the pain. Stop wearing exhaustion like a heavy chain. Dark matter fills up the space in between. The ghost of a star and the things you have seen. You're not a pulsar spinning out of control. Not an nova exploding to heal up your soul. Redefine the power deep in your bones. The galaxy stands without breaking its throne. Anxiety dressed as ambition, you're blind. Motion for meaning is messing your mind. The war of screens lighting up in the night. Fighting the quiet and losing the fight. Systemic destruction, the name of the grind. Coping deficiency, leaving behind you the asset and owner, ignoring the debt. Running on deficits you will regret. Every crash is a lesson you learn. Every limit is pushed till it's burned. But strength isn't pain you earned in the dark. It's having the wisdom to protect the spark. Break the addiction to feeling the pain. Stop wearing exhaustion like a heavy chain. Dark matter fills up the space in between. The ghost of a star and the things you have seen. You're not a pulsar spinning out of control. Not a nova exploding to heal up your soul. Redefine the power deep in your bones. The galaxy stands without breaking its growth. The full gauge is empty, you think it's your prime. Confusing survival with beating the time. Your nervous system is screaming.